I found myself 21 years ago avoiding doing PhD work because who wants to do that? And again, God didn't call me to love that either. And really trying to figure out what it means to be called if it isn't to be a pastor, and what it means to be called if it isn't to be an academic, and yet feeling called to be in leadership, to be leading in some way, little L. And so I stumbled upon a tiny little job that paid better than my other job, and it was about helping a white denomination my white denomination begin to really struggle with the question of racism. And I think in that journey is where I have really discovered my call. And I can honestly say I have spent the last 21 years of my life trying to figure out what it takes to build accountability, intersectional accountability to communities of color from these white spaces. And understanding that in order to build that accountability, we also have to dismantle whiteness in our brown and black and indigenous spaces. And really beginning to have to confront the deep commitment of American Christianity, of United States Christianity, to a kind of heteropatriarchy that is cisgender, a heteropatriarchy that is committed to colonialism, that is committed to capitalism, that is committed to the othering of people, and that we have internalized that, and that we replicate it, and that we pass it on generationally. And so my job for the last 21 years has been to really figure that out, and more importantly, to figure out what does it mean to be people who are not afraid to be resurrected people, as opposed to people who are committed to a Christianity that feels more like a marketing strategy than the actual gospel of Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's my job. That's what I do. And I think the last thing I'll say as I pass this on to Laura is also trying to figure out how we decolonize what we call hope. Because I think that all too often our hope is simply a fail of imagination. That what we call hope is just wanting to survive as opposed to actually being people who are free.